So today I'm going to do my speech on whether or not Hawaii should subsidize home gardens for a food self-sufficiency policy. Not going. Okay. Okay, so right now one of the food subsidies that we have is SNAP, which is food stamps. And I was doing some research. In 2014, the average percentage of monthly SNAP allowance spent on fruits and vegetables was only 10%, which I thought was crazy. And it is estimated that most of the allowance is spent on cheap, unhealthy foods and affordable snacks, which makes sense because, you know, a family of 4, you need to feed all those people, you need to be able to get as much food as you can, so you buy the cheapest, which is usually unhealthy. Because of that, most people feel that they can't afford to buy fruits and vegetables. What I'm going to talk about today is what most people think. I did a poll on Facebook and asked my friends what they thought about the garden idea. Why Hawaii is a good place to do it, what the cost would be, the learning resources, how you could learn to be a good gardener, evidence, where this has worked in other places, and then the benefits that will come from that. Okay, so on my Facebook, I asked people if they had to use food stamps, if there was an option for them to have extra money, or part of that money would go towards growing a garden, learning how to grow a garden, and then they could use the money for seeds and maintenance if they would do it. And I was shocked that 93% of the people said that they would love to do that. Seems like gardens are getting more popular nowadays, and so I thought that was cool, and I think that that's something that maybe the government should know, that people want to be able to have the choice to have a garden. Hawaii is the perfect place, and I'll tell you why. The temperature around here stays pretty steady all year round, so you can pretty much grow the same kind of crops all year round, and just live off of that all year long. I know where I'm from on the mainland, you only have about 4 months worth of gardening, and you can live on them for that, 4 months, but here it's awesome because you can just do it all year long. The rain, as we all know, especially lately, there's plenty of water here to water your garden. I think that's one thing that I really like about living here. You don't have to use sprinklers, and you don't have to pay extra money for water, for watering your lawn or your garden. So here it's awesome because the water's free, so that's great. Sorry. The soil here, I did some research on the soil here, and it's actually pretty cool. We have some of the most fertile soil on the earth because the rain breaks down the volcanic basalt, and it creates a cinder-based volcanic soil. And then the gas that rises from the volcano combines with the rain, and it basically it combines to make nitrous sulfate, which is basically Miracle-Gro. And so the soil here is fertile because of all the basalt and the cinder in the, gosh, what am I trying to say? In the volcanic rock. And then combined with that, the gases from the volcano make it really, really, really fertile stuff. How much would it cost? So go ahead. First of all, I was trying to think of the kinds of things that you would need to buy up front. You would need some garden tools, seeds, of course. Soil, if you didn't have, I was thinking like apartment living, you might need to buy some soil and a garden box, and maybe fertilizer if you didn't have access to the soil. So I also did some research about how much it would cost on the cheaper end. of things. If you bought all the tools you needed, and that's even a little extra more than maybe you would really need, was about $25. Seeds, and for $10, that's a lot of seeds. You would probably only need $5 worth to get started. Soil for a big bag, I think it was 10 or 15 pound bag, it was $7. Garden box was $5 to $30. There's a lot of options to build garden boxes with pallets, and pallets run about $1 each. Fertilizer, you can get really cheap fertilizer. And the sunshine and the water is free, so total cost is about $50 to $75 to get started. And so, that's nothing, really. Okay, go ahead. Learning, it occurred to me that some people might not know how to garden, and so there's a lot. I can't believe how many resources I came across. There's a ton of online courses that you can take, not to mention people that just like to blog about gardening and tips. Almost every community has some kind of a community garden. People run those gardens and they give advice. Plus the people that you meet and interact with have their own tips. There's lots of colleges and universities that have classes that you can enroll in. And then I was thinking that the government should provide an online course if you did decide to take that option. The government should provide an online resource for you. And then the most expensive course that I found was $50, so that's, again, hardly anything. The University of Hawaii actually has a Master Gardeners program. Actually, that was the most expensive one. It was $150, I think. But it wasn't just for food, it was for, orchids and special flowers that they have here. But in every city, basically, you can find evidence of success. There's in Hyderabad, India, the government has actually implemented this system, and over a year they did a study about how much money people saved, and it was over 20% of their total household food expenditures. And then I thought it was cool, they actually supplied the people with a subsidy kit that included tools and seeds and tips. And then the hunger in that area decreased because it also created a community sharing system there. This SNAP benefits, the average monthly food stamp benefits for a family of 4 is $1,125. If this idea reduced the total food expenditures by 20%, the government would save millions of dollars. Benefits for children, I was interested in that just because I have kids, and so I found an article that listed lots of really good benefits. Lifelong benefits it exposed them to work, and so that meant that they saw work equals reward, which was good. Positive social and interpersonal skills. They would bond with each other while they were gardening. It encouraged healthy eating. They were more likely to eat the vegetables that they grew themselves because it was really kind of cool. And it taught them to love science and learning, and it taught them self-sufficiency and enhanced stewardship. Some other benefits real quickly. Learned self-sufficiency, I already said that. Improved health equals decreased healthcare costs. Community development, less government reliance, renewed respect for nature, sustainability, share with neighbors. You can sell what you grow at the farmer's market and much more. And I was thinking, if Hawaii started it, we could lead the way for other states to also implement it. And I think, that would be really good. So, the cost for the government would decrease by billions. Most people would like to have the option. Health around the country or state would benefit, and health costs would go down, so healthy island equals healthy people, or healthy island equals healthy. I just did it the same, didn't I? Anyway, we'll be happy and healthy. The end.
Great job.